Well, somebody, how can I put this? The YSL situation is looking a little shaky. Now, before we get to the two YSL members, Nard and Bibe, or Baby, or whatever it is, that rejected the plea deal as taking it to trial, we got to talk about the man that took a 30-year probation to testify against Young Thug. They doing 30-year probation. Antonio Sledge is the seventh YSL member or YSL defendant to accept the plea deal. He is sentenced to 30 years probation. 30 probation? What? He's 41. So 30 years, what? He's going to be 71 on probation. Shortened to 15 if he completes the special condition in his plea, which includes testifying during trial. He admits Thug gave him money to lay low after a murder. This could have all been avoided. When things are moving and things are hot and you the hottest thing moving, and when it comes to money and women and stuff like that, everybody's so quick to jump out the window and do their thing. Oh, I got your back, I love you. They so quick to do so. But now, look at what's going on. Look at what's happening. They're folding like pancakes on a Sunday morning with eggs, syrup, bacon, and sausage. Pause. Folding. This man is going to take 30 years to testify. They want Thug. They didn't offer Thug a plea, and I doubt that he would take a plea. He's going to trial. They 30-year probation. What? Now, this guy might be a bad one. He said that he didn't do this, he didn't do that. All right, cool. This could have been avoided, y'all. I'm talking to the people. Look me in the eye. This could have been avoided. You guys that praise this invisible street principle or invisible street code and ethics, the ones that praise it and live by it, look at that. I bet you the first one like, yo, yeah, I'm here, so what's up? Yeah. Hype. They give him 30-year, like, based off his record or what he had to do with it. And going to throw Thug under the bus. And let me just say this. A lot of y'all going to say, yo, you can't move unless the boss say so. You can't do this unless the boss say so. No, that's not true. If you go back in the days to the Italian mob, there's a lot of foot soldiers that step out of line that the boss had to check. There's a lot of foot soldiers that cause war because in the midst of something, they felt the way. And that can happen. You could be at a gas station or somewhere and see an op, and usually when you're supposed to get the cosign, you think you're doing something good by turning up and making something happen, and it's spilling out into something bigger, like hitting someone's children or child or slapping someone's child in the face or doing something that turns something into something completely bigger because you felt the way or you felt this way and not thinking with your mind. And I'm not talking about the whole situation with G Unit. I know another street situation, real life in Queens. Somebody hit somebody's kid. And it caused something big. One of my friends lost his life from that. We have to hold people responsible, and you got to be held accountable for your action. This man took 30-year probation. Now, the two other YSL members that's taking it to trial, do we big them up? I don't want to take away from anyone who lost a family member. That's why I don't want to make it, and this is all alleged. I don't want to make it like you're making fun or my family lost their life and you're not taking it serious. I don't want to do that. I don't. Two members of YSL rejected the plea deals. They are the first two YSL members to take it to trial, both named Nard and Bibe or Baby or BB. The judge was shocked by the decision. They're taking it to trial. They're being held accountable. They're holding themselves accountable. They want to take it to trial. They want to be able to not be, because like this type of stuff, and I'm not saying that. Kids looking forward, no matter what happens, no matter how it happens, no matter where it happens, don't allow yourself to get caught up in this fantasy. No matter what the money, the girls, when you oblige to something or when you try to live by a certain code, you know, this is what happens. Don't live in a fantasy, live in reality. Anything you do, you take accountability for. We like to point the finger, blame people, and say this and that, and it's easy to point the finger. It's easy for somebody to say, they offer this man 30-year probation. This man is taking a 30-year probation. He won't get on probation until he's about 71. 30 years. 30 years! Why would they offer him that much? What was his role? I gotta look into this guy. I feel like it's easy to point the finger. It's easy to blame everyone. It's easy to say, he told me to do it. Do they take accountability for their actions? Will you take accountability? A lot of y'all, I seen a lot of blogs. I would not go on the stand if I didn't do something, but it's okay to utilize people. If you can't be used, you're useless, but we got to stop that. People always using somebody to their best. I want to use them to the best of my ability. I want to use them to the best of my ability. Well, you did. And I'm not saying Thug is innocent. I'm not here to judge Thug at all or the other guys. I'm here to show the youth, because I wasn't there, that this happens. If you're not able to stand on something, don't do it. If you're not able to take the burns from that burning building, don't walk through the door because you want to get the bag of money on the bottom of the floor. We know a lot of people that can't take the burning. If you can't do that, if you can't take the chance of the building happen to fall on your head, and even though this sounds crazy, what I'm saying is that if you can't take the consequences, don't commit the act. I want to send my condolences to anyone who lost their life. And I also want to say it's sad. And it's not sad because people are like, yo, what about the victims and stuff? I'm not coming at the victims or the family. I'm not talking about that. What about the hood that they supplied and that they destroyed? I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about individuals that do not want to take or hold themselves accountable, who's taking the easy way out, but when they were in it, they were enjoying the fruits and the labor of the shenanigans they were doing. It's always easy to point the finger, but remember, the same finger you point is three pointing right back at you. And the thumb is looking down because it's a shame they don't want to look in your face. Be real, be true, stand on your square. URLTV.tv, I'm from Queens.